Like the loss of sunlight on a cloudy afternoon. Gone too soon.
Hi everybody, welcome to GameGorgon. My name is Krug.
I'm Indigo.
Today we're here to talk to you about Arcslinger, an awesome new VR title.
Seriously?
And that we were sent a copy of by the developers to do a little review on. We thought we'd tell you that up front just so that you don't think that we're trying to hide anything. We don't think that it's going to affect our opinions of the product, but just in case that bothers you, there you go.
Arcslinger was developed and published by Big Red Button Entertainment. It is currently on Steam for $17.99. It works both on the Vive as well as the Oculus Rift.
Nice.
We had played it on the Vive.
We did play it on the Vive.
The photo that you saw in the intro
Yeah.
did not happen from this game.
No, it's just a casualty of VR games.
As a whole.
As a whole, this game did not cause that. There's actually, it would be very weird for this game to cause something like that because it doesn't involve a lot of this.
You are playing a sidekick to a very charismatic hero.
Very handsome man.
Yes, and you know, spoilers, because it happens within the first 30 seconds of the game. You accidentally kill and shoot him on accident. And well, you take on the mantle and you take on his weapon, which is the Arcslinger, which is the gun.
Yeah, it's sentient.
I'm gonna need your help, ma'am.
Do not call me that. Ew, 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 clammy hands.
I just kind of like the way you interact with the gun. I think the gun's a good kind of like the Navi of this game.
Sure, yeah,
Except for without.
Hello, hey.
Hey, listen! It kind of goes and pushes you through the storyline because you're a single character that is talking to your gun. Like, there isn't a lot of other character interaction. There's one main villain that you talk to.
Kid, it's Gold Smoke.
Well, looky here. You the one done shot and killed Barry, ain't you?
For the record, it was him, not me.
Wow, great, thanks.
Your gun also has some other interesting features. There are passive and active abilities in the game that you kind of get as you level. So whenever you kill an enemy or whenever you break certain objects with a bullet, you get money, and you can use that money to upgrade these abilities.
Yeah, and the abilities are found at random in the game. So it's not static what abilities you're going to have at different levels. So you might start the game off with, you know, a fire bullet, but then the second time playing through you might get an ice bullet or something like that. Running through the game, there's 15 levels. It should take you approximately an hour or so to get through the entire game. It reminds me of Sunset Rider bosses like no other. Like, so Sunset Rider, for anyone that doesn't know, is an old arcade game where you would play a cowboy and you would go around the West and you would shoot bad guys. That's basically how this game is. You're in a static position, you have the Arcslinger in one weapon, and you have a normal pistol in the other. People pop out of windows and pop out and try to kill you, and your goal is to shoot and kill them before they kill you.
Obviously, that is, you know, a great comparison, but there's some differences, right? The VR element of this adds a lot of dynamicness to the way that you're using your guns. So you'll have enemies far left and far right sometimes, and you won't be able to see both of them. And yet both of them will be charging an attack at you. You get a little indicator if someone out of your vision is charging an attack so that you can snap your attention to them. And I found a great way to play the game was find one enemy under cover and aim right above the cover and just shoot and then scan for other enemies with my vision without looking at them. And then like, I'll look back and I'll miss a couple times, which is fine, but I've been interrupting their attacks, which is the main thing.
Some feel like reskinned enemies, but it literally takes you from the back alleys of a cowboy and western all the way to space where you fight a giant robot. I wish there was a little bit more movement. Like, you were kind of always on a platform and you could move around, but it never gave you a lot of incentive to do so. Like, because it was kind of like, oh, you're on this platform. If the bullet gets you, the bullet gets you. It's not like I can dodge, or at least
and with
that's
all
the way it felt.
With all the other things to pay attention to, it's really difficult to also pay attention to moving, I think. I think that'd be very difficult. And also, I just started playing, Raw Data. I just started playing Raw Data again and discovered my ability to get sick from VR movement, especially the non-teleporty kind.
Yeah, you are in a static position and the world is kind of in a... Well, I would say 180.
Yeah, maybe a little less.
Yeah, around
and it depends on the level most of the time.
Yes, exactly. And it varies in depth as well as like height as well, because sometimes it's like, oh, there's two levels where enemies are coming from. But then there are certain levels where it's like really far back, low level, mid level, high level, and it's different on each side. So
Yeah.
it's not like a mirrored image of
Yeah,
each
and I
other.
think that's where the game gets a lot of its entertainment is the level diversity, because I definitely don't think that if the level diversity wasn't there, the enemy diversity wouldn't keep up. There's, you know, the melee minion, there's the standard ranged pistol shooter, there's the bomb guy, there's little like powder kegs on feet that like explode if they get too close.
Sure.
But then like the level design, I think, is where it really comes out and is like, oh, yeah, the enemies are the same, but now the cover's way higher, or now you have to like aim down and up, or now like your field of view is way wider, or now they're way further away. In VR, I think that is more than enough to make it an interesting experience.
And as you get further and further into levels, the enemy types change slightly.
Yeah.
So instead of like a pistol person, you have someone with a bow and arrow that attacks you. And I don't know numbers, but it felt like they were faster, and I don't know if it's just because as levels.
Yeah.
I definitely died a couple times. And
Same.
What sucked about it is if you die, you have to start over. Like there's no continue at last save or continue at last level. Only other thing I think that would be really fun to add would be like an endless mode.
Yeah.
That
yeah,
would
for
be-
sure.
that
Like some
would-
replay
Oh,
in there.
yeah,
Instead of
because-
having to deal with the story every single time you know the ending, give me a level randomized, enemy randomized mode that scales
progressively,
over
yeah.
time. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I think that would add a lot of replayability for the game, as well as make it kind of fun for people that are like a party game almost.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, oh, how far can you get into it?
Yeah.
You know, because we play Arizona Sunshine, and people always want to play the Arizona Sunshine, like where you're in a zone and you're just shooting out
The
zombies.
zombie endless mode.
That would be really fun to have that in this game. That would be my only kind of negative remark, is that there isn't a ton of replayability. But the game's only $17.99.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's not a lot of money for a VR game.
Yeah.
I don't know. And at the end of it, you know, again, without spoilers, it does say to be continued. So
That's
we
true.
don't know if there's going to be additional
Chapter 2?
Yeah, Chapter 2 or additional DLC.
DLC?
I think that's going to depend on how well the game does over time, which
Probably.
I hope it does well. All right, everyone, head down to the comments and let us know what you guys think of Arcslinger. Is this a game that you guys are going to purchase? If not, let us know as well. While you guys are down there, make sure to hit the like button, make sure to hit the subscribe button, the bell icon, and go over to Twitter and talk to us about Arcslinger there. You can reach me at IndigoQT.
And I'm Krug. You can get me at QueueQT on Twitter. You can also reach both of us at _QueueTimes on Twitter. We have been GameGorgon. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Also Instagram at QueueTimes.
Insta. I forgot to say it because I'm dumb.